Everybody, and welcome to the Gauntlet, where we go everything esports news. I'm your host, Captain Zeus, followed by my co-hosts, JT and Overburst. And in case you haven't noticed by the title, Overwatch League is back, which is great.
Week
confusing. Yeah, they were supposed to be on a 3-week break. They're on a week and 10 days.
Couple days.
Not 10
that's
days. 6 days. A week and 6 days break.
That's 2 weeks.
There we go. Yeah. And so quick overview of what's going to happen. We got the hero pools for this week. It's going to be Eco, Sombra, Diva, Brigitte. They're going to be out for this week, which is absolutely terrible. We'll talk about more about that later. We have the matches, which I shall pop up on the screen up there. And then we also...
Production quality.
Very high production quality. All right. And we also have a tournament that's going to be happening in like 3 or 4 weeks. I guess maybe... Right? Yeah. I don't know. I can never know.
Something. It's summer. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're going to say it's 3 months away, and then it will be tomorrow.
Yep.
They're like, hey, the Summer Showdown it's actually the Summer Showdown regional tournament Summer Showdown.
Just
thingy.
kidding. It's now the grand finals.
In all honesty, it's the end of the season, and that's it, guys. We're wrapping it up 3 months early. 2 months
Yep.
early.
Overwatch League. Got to stay on your toes, man. You got to stay on your toes.
We are now all moving over to a new esport, Raid Shadow Legends.
All right. Real quick, though, I don't like these hero pools. I just want to put that out. I don't like these whatsoever.
Rip Sombra.
There goes our feminism icons, right?
That was my joke.
I know, I stole it from you.
That from me.
I wanted to use it.
You took that from me. Yeah, Rip Sombra.
All my single ladies.
You can't even copy another female character because they took Echo away.
There you go.
Very unfortunate.
And my favorite, Diva. So sad. I'm
glad she's gone.
You can have a least effective dive right there, because I know whenever they were running dive, especially during the melee tournament, Echo, Diva, they were always in the mix up in those dives, and Echo has been playing a lot. So
anyone in this group upset that Diva and Brigitte are gone?
I'm upset that Diva's gone. Brigitte, I don't think anyone cares.
Brigitte, you can't run a super strong brawl. I guess you can still run a brawl.
Are you upset?
But it's gonna hurt when you don't have a.
I'm gonna treat you like I'm a judge.
Not.
Hold on, this man's lagging.
But,
let him catch up.
I mean, no. Every time you take someone out, unless it's like a crazy lineup. But this week it's not super crazy. I think it's honestly fair. Echo's been playing so much. Diva, I mean, you could always switch it for I'm about to say Raymond. Hammond.
That's so Raven.
That's so Raven. So it's not too crazy, Keep on playing.
This is good for New York. So this is good. Doesn't affect them that much.
You know what else is good for New York?
Probably going to be seeing a double shield. So
you want to know what else is good for New York?
Haskell.
Why? Why you go to them? Why didn't you go to Seoul?
Number 1, baby.
Come on, we needed that. Well, I mean, we didn't need it necessarily, but we could have had it. We needed something.
Jerry, applications are still open.
No. Jerry, come over to Seoul, where the soul lives. Come on, we need you.
No, Jerry honestly needs to go to a middle of the pack team to help them get up there. He does not need to go to a team that's already high caliber. Unnecessary.
Can we loan Jerry for the Philly matchup this week over on Houston?
I'm about to say something
alone
going to offend you, Nova, and I apologize greatly.
Oh no, this is the first.
Does anyone think that the first matchup is not going to just be a spanking?
With Shanghai, London? I think Shanghai needs to put some baby powder on that because they're going to whoop it.
I'm not going to lie. During the melee tournament, London had to go against Shanghai. They did put up a better fight than I expected.
Agreed.
But honestly, during that tournament, though, Shanghai, with the reverse sweep on Seoul to win it all, Shanghai's just proven that they're top caliber. I'm hoping London puts up a fight.
5.
But Shanghai, it shouldn't be a problem. I'm sorry, London. I love you, London, but Yeah.
Okay, so 3-1.
Bruh, yeah, I'll go 3-1. I can agree to that.
Going 3-2.
Oh, you ruined it.
Freaking knew it.
I'm doing a little bit of resistance.
Fanboy.
Well,
So he's gonna have a tough fight against New York, though. Especially with Haskell.
3-1.
Whoa,
Yeah.
I'm going
Dang.
3-2.
I think New York beat them before. I've always had them ranked, and you all have had them ranked higher than Seoul the entire time, and they picked up Haskell.
God,
Well,
So
why you
I
do this?
could have said, okay, a 3-2 before they picked up Haskell. 3-1 with Haskell. Haskell is a game at least.
I don't think they'll start Haskell. Not to say that he's not good enough, but they don't have enough time to practice with him.
I agree. They probably actually I think they might start him. Maybe not all the games.
Okay, the first one or something like
throw
that.
him in.
Just throw him in a game or two. But that's not the only thing when you pick up a player like Haskell, like the quality of player.
Well, you do need to incorporate the teamwork and communication because everyone's got their own slang and call outs and whatnot. And you got to practice with that.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's going to necessarily make a big impact this week. Mechanically, yes, but team fight-wise, no, which is what New York's based around. So I don't think he'll make any impact there. Like, talent-wise, yeah, he will make an impact. But just pumping the team up, being like, hey, we got, like, another really high-caliber player.
It's good for morale.
Yeah, I think morale is sitting really high for New York. And, they did okay in the tournament.
So you're both going for New York on this?
No,
match?
I'm going to go with Seoul because
I'm
think
3-1 New York.
I'm thinking Seoul can beat New York. They have the potential to. They have the talent there. They've been a wild card lately. They've been on and off on their matches. And honestly, before the May Melee, we were all doubting them. Like, what's going on? They were losing out of nowhere to teams that they've beaten a million times.
Let's preface this correctly because I don't want to be labeled under this. Okay. We always thought they were a top 10 team.
Agreed. Well,
of course, yes.
Top
low
6.
Top 10.
I'd say like top 6, top 7. But yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah. They were definitely up there. And then Melee hits, and they shine and prove to us that that's the Seoul that we wanted to see. I think that's going to continue on, especially with this break that, everyone really needed. Everyone needed this time off. So that way they could, it sucks that the schedule came out only a couple of days before the actual matches. So they don't have none of the teams have a lot of time to prepare. But I think Seoul could bring it to the distance and, take a dub over New York. It'll be close.
Well, I do think timing-wise, the more time New York has to study an opponent, the better it is for them. So I think that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, it feels like, the beginning of the season where the schedule was already planned out, everyone would know what the heck to expect. But now no one knows what the freaking to expect. They send out the schedule the Wednesday before it happens.
Right. No, I agree. So that's a problem.
So we'll get off this matchup real quick. I just won't put in 2 cents. But honestly, I feel like if, like Captain Zeus was saying, if we do get the Seoul Dynasty that we did see in the tournament, then
he's frozen.
They should be having
there we
against
go.
New York.
You were frozen
because
man.
Honestly, we thought New York was going to do really good in the tournament, and they got completely destroyed by Shanghai. It was very embarrassing. So, if we get the same Seoul, I think Seoul shouldn't have a problem with New York, even if they did add Haskell. So, 3-1, 3-2, but...
All right. Well,
you both are picking Seoul?
Yes.
Yep.
And I defended my statement.
Yeah, knuckle bump.
That's insane.
Knuckle bump.
Yeah. Well,
Next matchup.
It's logical. But Paris is going to destroy
3-0.
Boston 3-0.
Yeah.
Well, I can go 3-1 because Boston likes to spice it up sometimes.
So I'm going to base a
I
lot
hope
of this
Boston
stuff off the tournament because that's the last thing we saw before they freaking dipped. I think Boston will put up a little bit of resistance. We saw it a little bit
Resistance
in the tournament.
is futile.
But in the tournament, Paris did show they're not the greatest.
Well, it's not that they show that they're not the greatest. It showed that Boston, like JT said previously, does like to show up and just throw off all the top teams.
Kill ourselves.
Because Boston showed up against that Paris match.
I don't think
that was it.
I really don't think Paris. Well, let me reverse this statement. I don't think Boston, anyone prepares for them. Really,
no one does.
I mean, they look at some film, but they're such a bad team overall that they've got too many. Like,
unfortunately,
they just have skill problem, right? Or communication issues. They never seem to be on the right page. So I think Boston has a huge advantage against most teams because no one's prepping for them or prepping hard. Most teams are like, all right, well, let's look at, our problems instead of how do we beat the other team.
Especially if they're in the top 10, because if you're like, Shanghai, Seoul, you have to worry about New York, Philly, all the other teams around you. You're not going to worry about going against Boston.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So I'm just going to say,
I think Boston could take a game or two, but
yeah, I feel like everyone should be refreshed in this matchup. But Boston should be prepared. I'm feeling a 3-2 for Boston.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt and going 3-1 because, like I said, they like to spice it up. And with Jerry, you never know what's going to happen. But I think this matchup that's up next is actually a little bit more interesting. Florida versus Dallas.
Game 5?
This is Game 5, 100%. This is going to be the matchup we've been kind of wanting to see for a long time. Dallas is only going against either the top tier teams or the bottom of the barrel-ish.
Garbage teams.
Yeah. And Florida has been going against similar odds, maybe in reverse.
Yeah.
Absolutely reverse.
So Florida almost winning the May Melee on the North American side, which was absolutely amazing. No one saw that come, except for me. But I think Florida and Dallas is going to be a battle. It'll be a really good brawl. You're going to see some good plays from Decay. You're going to see some good plays from BQB. Like, it's going to be amazing. There's going to be highlight reels up the wazoo. But I think Florida will come out 3-2 on this one.
I think Dallas wins, and the reason I'm saying this is because I think Florida peaked 2 weeks ago in the May Melee. I think that was peak performance, and I don't think they can repeat that. They might be able to repeat it in a couple months, but I don't think they will. Coming off that performance, I don't think they will continue with that. That seemed like ultimate version Florida, as good as Florida is going to get.
That was Ultra Instinct right there.
See, I've been sitting on Florida. I've been saying I don't see them.
Yeah.
I don't, you know what I mean? They've been winning, but honestly, in the tournament, they kind of woke me up a little bit. So I've been looking at Florida a little bit more. I'm not saying they're the greatest team ever, but they're definitely showing a lot of promise. Yeah, calm down. But against this Dallas team, I honestly don't think Florida should have a problem. I mean, maybe Dallas takes a map, but honestly, maybe 3-0 or 3-1.
Wow.
Well, then make the statement you want to say and put them in the top 10.
No.
Make that statement then. They don't beat Dallas.
I need to look at my
Make the
rankings.
statement or don't.
I need to look at my rankings. Okay.
No, you don't get to weasel out of this because we've been saying for months, and Dallas has performed for months at like that 12th, 13th through 11th.
11 to 13th ranked.
Yeah. And they've been trying to make an argument for breaking into the top
I can say this. I can say this. One of the LA teams has dropped them.
Speaking of,
do you?
No. I want him to make the statement before.
Okay, then I think Florida moved up to the top 10, and I'm saying it because I think one of the LA teams dropped.
No, I disagree.
You don't?
Think Dallas
You
wins
think
this
both
game.
the LA teams are up there? Or
free, but you can own it.